In this video, we're gonna check out these really cool billet blow-by tube set from Cunningham machine. They're really nice. Well, I got these in the mail the other day. What these are is these are the Cunningham machine billet blow-by tube set. And it's called a set because you get two. These are super nice. Let's see where to start. The billet blow-by tube set stuff is for crankcase breathing. And what's real nice is you can get these right off of Cunningham Machine's website. And you can get these in, let's see, I'm cheating on my cheat sheet here. You can get this in -12 AN, -16. This is -16, 1.25 inch slide over hose, and 1.5 inch. So I've got -16 here. This is natural finish. You can also get it in black. This is, I'm gonna probably pretty confidently say, this is the second iteration of the Cunningham billet blow-by tube set. I had the first version on my big block Chevy, and you see how this meat is up here, and then it's milled in and then back out here. The first version didn't have this area milled out, so they took more time and work. You know, no, it's really nobody's work. It's just a programming and let the machine run. But they've knocked some material out of this. I'm guessing just probably for weight. But some unnecessary material that don't need to haul around. All you gotta have is a pocket inside there where the air goes in there and goes flying out the hole here. So it's really cool. They're cool looking. They look neat. Let me show you this here. It comes apart like this. I'm gonna spin this around. There's a trigger. There's the trigger on the side. This is also a little different than the first version. It's just super easy to work. Got dual seals there. And so there's see the groove here matches the steel inside there. When you slide it in, it's gonna let it come out. So when it's in the groove there, it's a pretty good lock. Like, it's heavy duty. Push it in, there's no movement there. It's locked in, it's sealed in, it's good to go. This version is different than the first ones I had. And this is strange, not strange, but with these, it's got an O-ring on the bottom. It's got 2 O-rings inside. I bought a rebuild kit, and we put that down. In the rebuild kit, you get springs and 2 really small Allen screws. You get 4 O-rings. That's for the slide-in piece. And then these 2 O-rings here are for the perimeter here. So inside here, hold this just right. This is weird. So there's that little bolt there that holds that sliding trigger that slides right there. And there's a spring in there, obviously, because it kicks that back out. So in this little rebuild kit, you get some spare parts. I also noticed these aluminum deals. I think these are left over from the first version they did, because the first ones I had this aluminum trigger on the side here. It was a little rocker trigger that would push in. What they've done is eliminated a moving part. Wasn't really necessary, but I'm guessing they got these rebuild kits, you know, sealed up and probably on the shelf ready to sell, and they already had them pre-packaged with this from the previous version. So they're just selling it like this. You still get the goods. You get all the seals, you get the little bolts and the little springs. So I wanted to have this on hand just in case I needed some springs or seals or whatever. So this was about 50 bucks. So just have it in the box. Let's go back to this. There's an O-ring here There's also, you can see in the 4 spots here, there, 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 and there. Those are threaded. Those are, I took a guess at it. No hardware comes with this. I just grabbed a little bolt. I'm pretty sure I checked. This is a 1032. So you're gonna put a hole in your valve cover to bolt this down. Doesn't come with hardware. Doesn't come with a baffle. You probably want to make a baffle of some sort, and it'd be easy to make a baffle. The 1032 screws in there. There's 2 mounting holes here. There's numerous ways you could do this. But there's a mounting hole there, and then these 4 threaded spots. I guess you could, I don't know, build a baffle and whatever. I'm not gonna bolt this thing together. And I'll have a video when I attach these to my valve covers. The valve covers are in Salina at the engine shop. I'm gonna weld this on. The first version I had, we bolted them on the dyno. They was on a sheet metal valve cover. They leaked. So when I got the engine back home, I took this O-ring out and I welded around the perimeter of this onto the valve cover. No more leaks. I'm gonna do something similar to this with my LS engine. It's got a billet valve cover. I'm gonna knock this seal out, and I'm gonna make a hole on the valve cover that's the size of this perimeter, and I'm gonna weld it on the inside to this edge right here. It's about 120 thousandths edge right there. It's gonna weld real good on the inside. There'll be no weld on the outside. It'll clean it up. It'll look good, and it's not gonna leak. So the other cool thing about these, see these are facing each other. There's a trigger there and the trigger here. You decide, especially if you're gonna weld it on, you better be sure. You decide how you wanna access the trigger. If I'm gonna have them pointing towards the front of the engine, so I'm gonna put the thumb trigger on the outside, and that's the front of the engine. So I just grab it here, push it, pull it out. If you put it in the back of the engine, that would put the trigger on the back side. You may not like it, but if that's where you want it, if you're gonna point to the back of the engine, you can put the trigger towards you and still trigger it with your thumb if you're gonna point towards the back. Mine's gonna go to the front. I already have that figured out. What else about these things? The cost, a natural form like this, are about $275, and if you get them anodized in black, they look really cool. They're about $291 right off of their website. You pick all the stuff you want. You pick the size you want. You pick the hose and whatever. The rebuild kit is about $50, $50 to $55. Oh, you can also get. So this is what I did. You pick what you want for your ends, and I got the Dash 16 ends here. I bought this is my old setup. I bought another set of slide ends with a slide-on hose, and I hooked the vacuum cleaner end onto that, and then I just popped these out that go to the breather tank, and when I hook the vacuum cleaner up, it's already got the end on it. Just plug it right in. So you can get extra pieces right off the website that'll adapt to your vacuum cleaner or whatever kind of suction device if you're gonna blow engine through or blow air through or suck air out of the engine to help cool it and all that stuff. So as awesome as they are, I got 2 little complaints, and this video is about over, but I want to show the bad with the good. This is very minor. It's an easy fix, but I feel like quality control at Cunningham machine should have caught this. There's 2 things I want to show. See the start of this thread? I hit the camera just right here. You can see it. See it right there? The very start of that. That is super duper sharp. I'm gonna file that and clean it up. So if I have to complain about anything, it's gonna be that super sharp leading edge of that thread right there. And it might just be where it was super thin and it come up here and it just kind of busted off maybe. But they both have that. They both have the same sharp leading edge. This one's kind of rolled over. I must have bunged it, but it's very sharp. The other thing I want to point out, see this hole is open and all the way through. This one is not. It's almost, I'm gonna get the camera on it just right here. See it there? It's not, there's material in the way. It didn't quite get through. That's super small, super minor. But when you buy a nice quality stuff that's come off of a machine and you got a guy standing there, should be inspecting his parts or whatever kind of quality process they have, it needs tightened up a little bit. Super easy to fix. I haven't messed with this yet because I wanted to do the video, but I'm gonna see. See, so right there, it really was an issue. It was pretty much an open hole. Its little piece was just sitting there. So I didn't know that until right here, right now. So my bad, it wasn't a big deal. It just fell out. But these sharp ends on this could be better. But I'm gonna fix it, I'll file it. It's not a big deal. Overall, these pieces, there's other places that make these. My valve covers are from Sean's Custom Alloy. I saw at PRI. He has his own version of these. Did not see them on his website yet, or I would have bought these. I would have bought the pieces from him. These are the Cunningham ones. I bought them right off their website because my engine is almost done and it's gonna be coming home soon. So I got these. These are gonna be great. I'm gonna use them. And when I get ready to put them on the valve cover, I'm gonna weld them on. Like I said, I'm gonna weld them on the inside, and we're gonna do a video on that, just to kind of show how and why I'm gonna do that. So this is long enough. These are awesome. If you need a blow-by piece with options, recommended. 10 out of 10. These are super nice and they work very well. I've used them before on my big block. I'm gonna use them again. Just a newer, updated version on my small block. Thanks for watching.